clearly know that if I'm here and I control, I take the giant step and I'm on his back, right? I clearly know I can go back away. But remember, I want to hold him in the shit spot, which he will recognize as being uncomfortable. So he puts a post down, which is nice, because then you capture the arm. That's what all the props I show, right? It's just one of the gentlest ways to arrest. Is down here, you hold him up, you know that arm's coming down. It has to. That's how you catch it. Right? But I'm here, and he's strong. Now look how I lean him right into his knees. I even grab his legs. That kind of sucks too, doesn't it? He wants either. I'm not even choking yet. If I want to choke, I choke. He wants to escape the arm. He can't. Punch my knee right. My youth game. But where are we going with this shit? So again, I ask, why even do this shit? 7.8 million years, it's all fucking vanished. Nothing will be left. And the matter, the fucking quarks, protons and electrons that make you up now came from an origin of a giant, what we call an explosion, which is a misnomer. Because now you're stuck in your three-dimensional time zone, which is what's fucking you up. Because you exist in what you think is fixed time. But time is a variable. But because you're trapped in our brains, our meat computers cannot process anything outside of 3 dimensions. We can only use concepts of second and third dimensions to describe fourth, fifth, and onwards dimensions. Which is what we're trying to do here. Which is why it's so simple, yet so hard to fucking learn. Because we're dumb. Where were we going again? See, I forgot. Look, I'm grabbing me here, I'm maneuvering him around. Maybe he won't go. So I move in like this, and I threaten arm bars and locks. I lift him and I go, and now I'm onto his back. I can choke, but maybe he's strong and my grip is weak because I've been wrist locked too many times. Now I'm here, and I'm right on my opponent's back. And I have multiple control options before I go. Right? Ways in which I catch my opponent. But we are going to go to the fundamental RNC. Rear naked choke. Because everybody likes to get naked. Except outside in the winter in Michigan. Okay. So we're here. We bring our opponent up. Maybe I can't get that choke and I just rise him up. And I take my step. And I sit as close as I can to his hips. And I insert hooks as shown. Ideally, I want my opponent's head right about chin level. I don't want it here. And I don't want it here. Right in that ideal spot. I'm adjusting my opponent because I want to choke them. And I want to reach with my whole arm, and I'm trying to put my armpit over my opponent like I'm hanging my arms. Not tightening my back and trying to choke. Not tightening and trying to choke. Relaxing and reaching around. my head connects, and I reach as deep as I can, and I'm checking the time. His chin's down, so I lift, my other arm reaches around, and I check the time. Ideally, I want the midline of his face lined up with my elbow. If it's not, I'm going to adjust it. So it is. Or I'm going to pull my arm deeper because I want the midline lined up. Then I'm going to do a spear hand to the back of his head. And this hurts my bad wrist, so I'm going to switch over to this side. My spear hand comes in, and I make a fist right behind his neck. Then I'm joining my elbows, and there's my choke. Because here's the nutcracker. And if my nut's up here, I can't crack it. So I'm pushing the nut down into the cracker, which is right here. I'm lining the part of the nut up that will crack with my elbow. Then I'm cracking the nut like this. How do you see that shit over there? It's all right. It's all right. You'll lose your match. You'll gain bad habits. I'm fucking you. It's my job to fuck with you, right? That's a harsh look I'm getting. Okay. That's a teenager look, right? An artistic but teenager's look. Boy, you know they ain't taking no shit inside. Okay. Again, we line it up. Midline. Spear hand to the back. There's the nutcracker. Joining elbows. I'm rounding and relaxing my back, not tightening it and pulling it back. I'm wrapping my back muscles around my opponent. Not okay? Let's do it.
How do you feel about covering the wrist?
We'll talk about that later. I attempt to fix my right wrist. I have a hard time even sticking it in because it's so fucked up. Oh, I gotta stretch it.